There's got to be something else worth missing out on Bad Bunny for. In this country nowadays. Wait. It isn't? What exactly is so hard about being country nowadays?
I just want to catch my fish, drive my truck, drink my beer.
So far, it sounds relatively easy. Am I missing a heavier lift?
I just want to cut my grass, feed my dogs, wear my boots.
Sir, again, I must insist. All of these seem like achievable goals. I mean, you're wearing boots right now. What exactly is it about being country that is so difficult?
If I tell my own daughter that little boys ain't little girls.
Here we go.
I'll be up the creek in hot water. This can't see your ass world.
You're so brave. People throw the word hero around. But this is a bold opinion to hold in your genre, sir. Really risking it all going up against country music's trans cartel. By the way, also, if you did get canceled, really more time for the fishing and the mowing and the truck beer drinking, and if I could just remind you, really just the important thing, feeding the dog. Again, I can't stress this enough. In the song, between the beer and the boots and the fishing, really just feed your f***ing dog. Every day, sir. I know it's hard. But you know what? There was a bigger reason why TPUSA had to do their own halftime show, because the NFL's halftime show failed its one true mandate.
Doing a halftime show in all Spanish is not unifying.
The Super Bowl halftime show divided in a time that's supposed to be a unifying moment.
They could have found somebody more uniting.
Why the f*** is it the Super Bowl halftime entertainer's job to unify the country? In what world is that their job? Oh, isn't there another person whose job description is much more along those lines? Let me ask you a question. Another unifying pro tip might be to tell your guy to stop tweeting out racist slop during, I don't know, Black History Month.
The White House facing backlash over a racist depiction of the Obamas contained in a video post on the president's Truth Social account.
At the end, the video suddenly flashed to a clip of the Obamas' faces superimposed on the heads of cartoon apes.
Ladies and gentlemen, no, before you get upset, just know the racist video in question was not in Spanish. Rest easy. We're starting to heal. I mean, if 20 minutes of Bad Bunny's halftime show destroyed the country's unity, I think even MAGA would be terribly upset that the unifier in chief would be sharing a video this f***ing racist. Or would they? I mean, this is probably crazy, but would they try and justify it?
It wasn't a video that was racist. It was a video that ended with a racist thing.
Which doesn't matter. If you say the N-word at the end of the sentence, it still ruins the whole sentence. There are certain things in this world where placement is less important than presence. Oh, I don't have gonorrhea. The tip of my penis has gonorrhea. You're gonna judge my entire penis by the gonorrheic tip? Who's the racist now? Can we at least all agree that the last part, where he compared the Obamas to apes, was definitely racist?
At the end of the day, human beings often point to other human beings and notice that they kind of look like this animal or that animal.
Come on! But there are, certain anthropomorphic comparisons that historically have been used to justify, slavery. But go ahead. I apologize for interrupting you.
I did know a girl that looked like a guy that looked like a monkey, but he was white. He was my friend Joey, and he was white.
So in terms of racist justifications, he's blown right past the, I have a black friend, and moved right into the, I have a white friend who looks like a monkey. And poor Joey. Poor white friend Joey. What a way to find out you've got resting primate face. But Tim Scott's criticism forced the president to delete the video, which puts the president in an uncomfortable position, a Sophie's choice. He deleted the video. Does he admit that he's racist? Or does he admit that he just made a simple mistake? Let's see how he threads the needle.
Mr. President, a number of Republicans are calling on you to apologize for that post. Is that something you're going to do?
No, I didn't make a mistake.
So we're going with racist. But of course, in the example of a performer you don't particularly care for, the upset is justified. But in the example of the President of the United States sharing a racist meme, well, get over yourselves.
Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt said, and I quote, "Please stop the fake outrage and report on something today that actually matters to the American public."
Which is f***ing crazy. Because at this point in the MAGA movement, all they have is fake outrage.
Olympic outrage. American freestyle skiers are facing backlash following controversial comments made about representing the U.S.
What many call anti-American rhetoric.
I'm disgusted by it.
It's so upsetting.
It's so inappropriate.
This guy hates his country. He's clearly ashamed to be wearing the flag.
Go back home to Oregon in this case and march with Antifa.
Oh my God, first I'm here. What did this Olympian say? It must be way more upsetting and outrageous than what the President of the United States racist memes are.
It brings up mixed emotions to represent the U.S. right now, I think. It's a little hard. There's obviously a lot going on that I'm not the biggest fan of.
That's the hate mongering? That's the most laid back mongering. That was like the hacky sack of political condemnation. It's like, bruh, I feel like right now, the country shouldn't be swag, it should be diggity dank. And by the way, MAGA, you want to hear the good, straight up anti-American shit? Talk to your boss.
Our country is now a cesspool. We are a nation in decline. We're in a failing country. We're in a country that's being laughed at. We're a dumping ground. We're like a garbage can. Our country is going to hell. We have blood, death, and suffering on a scale once unthinkable. A third world hellhole ruled by censors, perverts, criminals, and thugs.
I mean, after reading the Epstein files, it's hard to argue with the last part. That part Anyway, this motherfucker better go back to Oregon and join Antifa. So wait, why are you bothered by the, I don't know, man, things feel pretty bad there and kind of conflicted, and not bothered by the straight up anti-American vitriol from Dear Leader?
How about you wearing the flag? You were representing your country.
Yes.
And you can save your other comments for when you're not wearing the flag.
Yes.
That's it, it's a flag. Son of, I didn't think, it's a flag. Freedom of speech very clearly states you cannot shout fire in a crowded theater or smack talk America while sporting any national symbols. It's right. So if I were to show you, let's say, a video of President Donald Jesus Trump shitting on America and Americans while sporting the very insignia that you deem so sacred, what if I showed you a video like that? I'm sure you'd just show them.
This country has gotten bloated and fat and disgusting.
Oh, and look what he's wearing, bitches! He's wearing the flag, shitting on America and Americans. Oh, but that's a pin. It's got to be cloth and sewn on. And don't say, oh, yeah, but Donald Trump wasn't overseas, because we have video of Donald Trump insulting America while standing next to Putin in Finland. And don't say, well, the skier was dry humping our beautiful flag. No, that was your guy. So the point is this. When did the right become such f***ing pussies? When? Remember 2017? Remember what you hated about liberals? Oh, perpetually offended, safe spaces, censoring free speech, culture of victimhood. Remind you of anyone? I can't go 15 minutes without listening to country music. I need a separate show. Oh, that skier triggered me. I can't sleep. Not the best imitation, but you know what I'm going for. This whole culture war this weekend has really demonstrated one thing. It's that for all of MAGA's triumphalism, it's not a movement that seems confident in its position. These people who control every branch of government are so triggered by someone singing in Spanish for 20 minutes, they need to create their own safe space alternative halftime show where Trad Bunny over here is singing songs about how he can't even enjoy sitting in a truck and drinking beer because he knows that somewhere out there there's a trans person. It's actually f***ing pathetic. The gap between the power you all wield. I'm not done! The gap between the power you all wield and the victimhood you all claim is the real offense. If you didn't actually have the power to do so much damage in our country, I think we all dismiss it as a weak and pathetic pity party. That's what you're throwing. What kind of snacks would you have at a weak and pathetic pity party?
I'm gonna probably have yogurt.
That's right.
Meanwhile, over here in America, members of Congress now have special access to the unredacted Epstein files. Although, seeing how the redacted files already mentioned Donald Trump thousands of times, I doubt there's going to be anything new about him in the unredacted ones.
Axios reports that after Congressman Jamie Raskin reviewed the unredacted Epstein files, he said Donald Trump's name appears, quote, more than 1 million times.
Holy shit! 1 million times? There's not even that many references to Hamlet in the play Hamlet. Now, maybe Raskin is just being hyperbolic, but if this is true, wouldn't it just be easier to call this the Trump Files featuring Jeffrey Epstein? It's easier. Rolls off the tongue. I mean, just think about the effort it took Trump's Justice Department to redact his name that many times. It's like trying to remove the P from the water park. At this point, you just need to accept that it's in there and try not to think about it. But Donald Trump isn't the only member of the administration in the hot seat. So is Howard Lutnick, Commerce Secretary and dad of a family staying at the White Lotus. Now, a while back, he went on a podcast and he explained how he lived next door to Jeffrey Epstein, went to his house once in 2005, got the ick, and never saw him again.
My wife and I decided that I will never be in the room with that disgusting person ever again. A one and absolutely done.
One and absolutely done. I commend you, Howard, for your moral clarity. I mean, just to be crystal clear, there was no part of you that was even just a little bit curious about Jeffrey Epstein?
It's gross. The guy's gross. Right with my wife. He's gross. The guy's gross.
It's gross. He's gross. You're right. And if a man who works every day next to Stephen Miller thinks you're gross, wow, that is truly saying something. And so, with his conscience clear, Secretary Lutnick carried his innocent heart to the Senate this morning to testify on broadband deployment. Senator Van Hollen, I see you have a question perhaps about a fiber optic cable.
Why did the Epstein files show you coordinating a meeting and planning a visit with Jeffrey Epstein on his private island in December 2012?
Excuse me, Senator? This is Howard one and done Lutnick you're talking about here. There's no way that 7 years after saying he would never see Epstein again, that he visited him on his private island. Okay, Howie, set this guy straight.
I did have lunch with him as I was on a boat going across on a family vacation.
Oh, Howie! You're breaking my heart. What was it all the one and the done and the gross and the gross? Was eating with a sex criminal your only option for lunch, Howard? You couldn't have tried making a PB&J just once? And the fact that you went there on a boat makes it so much worse. I mean, if you ran into him at a Potbelly's and he said, sit down, I would understand. But you actively navigated a ship towards the man. You're on there shouting, Captain, raise the sails and set a course for Pedophile Island. Howard, look, man, I don't think I could be more disappointed in you.
My wife was with me, as were my 4 children and nannies.
Howard! I went to Epstein Island, but don't worry, I brought my kids. Isn't the excuse you think it is.
Moving on to the other major sporting event of the weekend, the Winter Olympics, where apparently skiing doesn't mean doing cocaine. Once again, my apologies for following the Norwegian men's freestyle team into the bathroom. Anyway, this year in Milan, Olympic athletes are leaving their mark like never before.
This morning, the political firestorm igniting under the Olympic flame.
Olympic skier, British-American Gus Kenworthy, writing F ice in urine in the snow and posting it to Instagram.
Ay, muy caliente! Woo! This guy was able to start and stop his stream between letters. Man, that is some gold medal pissing. In fact, peeing in the snow should be an Olympic event, and I would dominate. I mean, look what I did in the backyard this morning. The Winter Olympics are underway, and if there's one thing I love, it's those post-victory interviews where medal winners from around the world just radiate pure joy. I can't get enough of it.
Congratulations so much on Olympic bronze. How are you?
It's been the worst week of my life.
Okay, little less joy than I expected. That was Norway's Sturla Holm, who won bronze in the biathlon. But he got a bronze. I mean, I know it's not gold, but it's still bronze. So why is he so upset?
Half a year ago, I met the love of my life, the world's most beautiful, finest person. And 3 months ago, I made my biggest mistake, which was cheating on her.
Okay, not how I would have celebrated in a post-game interview. I would have gone with a thank you, Mom and Dad, or a thank you, God. But, instead you went with, guess what, world? I can't keep it in my pants. Gotta say, buddy, there are other ways of dealing with your guilt. How about, I don't know, flowers? An edible arrangement? Or burying the shame deep inside you and letting it fester until it explodes in a public meltdown in the freezer section of Trader Joe's. I need a pizza for one because I ruined the best thing that ever happened to me. And by the way, if I was listening closely, did I hear that right, that you met her 6 months ago? I mean, you guys weren't even dating long enough to fart in front of each other. You were still in that honeymoon phase where you pretend you need something in the other room and go fart there. You know what? If repairing your 6-month situationship is that important, I guess it's fine to hijack the news cycle to talk about it. I'm sure your teammate, who won the gold, had nothing more important to draw attention to.
And it was an emotional win for Norway's Johan Olav Botten in the men's 20-kilometer individual biathlon. The Norwegian dedicated it to his late teammates who died unexpectedly in December.
Oh, right! Our dead teammate! I was between honoring him or talking about how much pussy I was getting. I was just... Dude, come on! You hijacked that to try to win back your fling? This is basically like if instead of interrupting Taylor Swift, Kanye had interrupted the In Memoriam segment. You know what? You know what? Love is a rocky road sometimes. And if this big display helped our boy get his girl back, it was all worth it.
Well, speaking to a Norwegian tabloid, the former girlfriend says it's hard to forgive what he did and that she did not appreciate him making their private issue so public.
Shit. Well, you know what? Look at the bright side. You didn't get your girlfriend back, but every woman you date from now on knows you can't go 3 months without cheating. Today, Congress heard testimony from Pam Bondi, Attorney General and woman who stresses everyone out at book club, but it's not worth uninviting her because that'll become a whole thing. Congress had a lot of serious questions for her about everything from ICE to Epstein, and I'm sure she handled them with the grace and maturity we have come to expect from the Trump administration.
Are you kidding? I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question. I'm not going to get in the gutter for her theatrics. Can I finish, please? I'm not being rude. Please. I only have... She doesn't say how much money she took from Reid Hoffman, did you? You don't tell me.
Yeah, I did tell you because we saw what you did in the Senate.
You're a lawyer, not even a lawyer. You're a failed politician, hypocrite. Shame on you. You don't get to reclaim your time. Your time is up. This is so ridiculous.
Wow. When you could do something like that in Congress, but when I do it in a Chili's, I get banned for life? To be fair, though, you'd be in a bad mood, too, if you'd spent the last month redacting images of old man generals from the Epstein files. Allegedly. Now, keep in mind, this is not how these hearings traditionally go. The Attorney General used to carry some level of seriousness and gravitas. It's only recently that they'd spend a congressional hearing acting like a bratty senior who got called into the principal's office. Suck my d, Principal Gilbert. I already got to ASU. You can eat it. Now, look, her performance upset a lot of people because they were hoping for justice for Jeffrey Epstein's victims. But for Pam Bondi, there's only one victim in all of this.
Have you apologized to President Trump? Have you apologized to President Trump? All of you. I find it interesting that she keeps going after President Trump, the greatest president in American history. You sit here and you attack the president, and I am not going to have it. He is the most transparent president in the nation's history. Donald Trump, the Dow right now is over. The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing.
Hold on. Oh, okay, hold on. Come, if you're going to embarrass yourself on national television like that, at least win a bronze medal first.
The world is always ragging on America these days. Like, your president sucks, your economy is just AI, you're all dying of measles. Like, we get it. We're not perfect. We know we have problems, but guess what? The rest of the world has got issues too. Okay? All right. For instance, China, with your fancy solar panels and your fast trains and your sneezing pandas falling down. You know China. You've got problems. Check this out.
Condoms and birth control pills just got more expensive in China. The change is part of a push from China's government to reverse the country's falling birth rate and encourage more couples to have children.
Okay, first of all, why would you pay for condoms? Just go outside, they're on the ground. But like, haha, China, you've got falling birth rates. And I know you're gonna say, hey, Americans, don't you also have falling birth rates? Yeah, but we find ways to embrace them. Like becoming Disney adults, okay? It's like, we don't need kids, we are kids. Also, who does this condom tax target exactly? Someone's like, I wanna have sex, but I'm a cheapskate, so I guess I'll just have a baby? Like, if China really wants to put condoms out of reach, they should put them on the top shelf. Actually, yeah, no. Really, though, their overall health has improved, so they are getting taller. But, you know what else they're getting? Lonelier.
There's a new app in China that's making headlines, Are You Dead? Skyrocketing to the #1 paid app spot. It's a, quote, safety tool crafted for solo dwellers, aka people living alone, to let their loved ones know that they're alive. Users have to hit a big green button once a day, and if you fail to do it 2 days in a row, it reaches out to your emergency contact.
Okay, wait, so first of all, this is a paid app? So after the free trial, I have to, like, watch an ad for DraftKings before finding out if my grandma's dead? Okay, so, like, doing it through an app is so impersonal. Like, just do what I do. I text my mom, are you dead? And she always says no, and then I respond, how about now? Like, it's this cute little thing that we do, and although she hasn't texted me back in 2 days, so miss you, old gal. But... see, this is like the Uber Eats of wellness checks. It's like, hey, do I smell rotting flesh? I could get up from the couch, or I can check the old dead neighbor app. Sorry about that, China, but that is so not our problem.
The Washington Coal Club presented the president with the inaugural Undisputed Champion of Beautiful Clean Coal Award.
The trophy says the Undisputed Champion of Beautiful Clean Coal. Thank you, sir.
Oh, incredible, bravo. Don't be jealous, don't dispute the undisputable, you all. Oh, no, congratulations to Donald Trump on winning the inaugural award for Undisputed Champion of Beautiful Clean Coal. And so soon after winning the inaugural FIFA Peace Prize. And if you're thinking, this guy sure wins a lot of awards that were created just this year for him in particular. You're right. That's why tonight we're proud to present President Trump with the inaugural award for winning the most inaugural awards. Congratulations to our one and only nominee. But back to the Coal Award. Mr. Trump, would you like to say a few garbled words?
You've never had a better friend in the Oval Office than me, and I'm proud to officially name the undisputed. When did this come out, Mr. Speaker?
Is it really undisputed? Seems like your brain is disputing it as you speak. Now, if this was a toddler saying their first words, I'd be actually very impressed. But for a president of the United States who's actively having an aneurysm, I'm also pretty impressed. Which is why I'm presenting you with our inaugural Best Undisputed Award. Congratulations.
Opportunity, prosperity, freedom. That's the American dream. And in recent years, migrants have gone through hell, crossing borders, risking life and limb to achieve that American dream here in Mexico City. So I sat down with one of these brave migrants who ventured here in search of a better life. So where are you from? Colombia, Nicaragua, Venezuela?
I'm actually from Atlanta.
Atlanta. Where is that?
Georgia.
Whoa. Henley is something called a digital nomad, a group of wanderers who work remotely in foreign countries. And they've been pouring into Mexico City by the thousands, bringing the hardworking mentality that immigrants are known for.
Usually wake up around 9:30, maybe
really
10.
Freaky early.
Usually walk around the park, get a coffee, dance to some Taylor Swift, come back, work for a few hours on my computer. I do marketing for a social media analytics company.
That is really hard.
And then it's margarita time, baby. Everything is so much cheaper here. You can just go out, order as many drinks as you want, and your bill's like $70 for the whole night.
I can see why they risk so much to come here. But is this American welcome in Mexico? I hit the streets to ask real Mexicans what they think. How do you feel about digital nomads in Mexico City?
¿Qué opinión tienes de los nómadas digitales en la Ciudad de México?
Yeah, you don't gotta translate. I speak English.
You are not a local.
Not a local.
So how many generations has your family been here?
0, none.
Your abuelita doesn't live around here?
She's in Boca. I'm from Montana originally.
I'm actually from Austin, Texas. I'm from San Francisco.
Okay.
California.
And none of those are places in Mexico?
No.
Correct. I couldn't find a single Mexican, but the American immigrants were taking over everything. Mexicans must be loving that.
Mexico City, where another protest against unaffordable housing and gentrification took place over the weekend.
Residents there saying some neighborhoods that are popular with digital nomads are leading to rising costs, making their own neighborhoods too expensive for them to live.
Uh-oh. Seems like not everyone was happy.
I don't really feel like a migrant. I feel like an expat.
Why don't you feel like a migrant?
Isn't a migrant like someone who because I am a migrant. I'm a frickin' migrant.
Say it proud.
I'm a migrant!
Oh, you just made every single person in Texas hate you. Turns out you can be both a migrant and a gentrifier. But in Mexico City, the key to being a good gringo isn't retreating into the creature comforts of home. It's immersing yourself in the rich cultural traditions of your adopted country, even if it lights your friggin' guts on fire. Okay, this quesadilla is so good, I'm never leaving. Also, I literally can't get up because I shit my pants.